Last week, one of my co-workers asked me this particular question that is very thought-provoking. That is very thought-provoking, and it took me some minutes before I could give him a tangible answer. The question was, if you were to go back in time to the past 3 or 5 years, what are those things you would like to change in your life? That particular question and another YouTube video inspired this video that I'm about to make. Today's video is about five things I wish I knew when I was 13 to 18 years. That is 5 years apart. When I was 13 to 18 years, I'm currently 20. The first one is that the choices I make in life, the choices you make, the choices we make in life, no matter how little, has a way of impacting us in a very big, has a way of affecting our future. The little things we do every day, every single day, that we might not really think it's that important, are the ones that contribute to the bigger picture we see today, or the bigger picture we're going to see in the future. Who I was when I was 13 to 18 years was as a result of the decisions and the choices I made before that year. And who I am today is as a result of the decision I made in the past 1, 2, 3, or 5 years. And who I'm going to be tomorrow is as a result of the decisions and the choices I'm making today. Speaking of choices and decisions that it's currently affecting my life, the ones I made 5 years ago that is currently affecting my life. I started pulling my hair when I was 15 years. That was when I started noticing the symptom of trichotillomania, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't do any research on it. I didn't have anyone to tell me that this is what you're doing. This is going to be an addiction in the next 1 to 3 years. You're going to be addicted to this, and you might not even have and you might not even get the cure to stop it. When you're stressed and you're just worried, you're just stressed, you're just in a deep thought thinking, and you're pulling out your hair, you think, oh, just few strand of hair. Before you take a look at the middle, you see that there's a big spot on your head, bald spot, and it's so embarrassing. So embarrassing, especially if someone sees you in the act, or if someone sees your bald spots. Many times I don't even know what to say or how to explain the fact that I have bald spots on my head, because many people won't even understand what it is. So I wish I knew that 5 years ago, the symptoms I was experiencing, the stress, because that was when I started working. That was when I graduated from secondary school and I started working as a pump attendant. So the stress and everything I had to go through, I wish I knew that pulling my hair was the worst way to respond to my stress. I could have told someone about my stress. I could have done something else apart from pulling my hair. And the choices I made, the choice I made to continue pulling my hair 5 years ago is still affecting me up to today. So I wish I knew how powerful this choice I made 5 years ago was going to affect my life. I wish I knew. The second thing I wish I knew, or I wish someone told me when I was 13 to 18 years, is that teenage romantic relationship is more than just feeling among. It's more than just yielding to peer pressure. I had my first date when I was between the age of 13 to 15 years. And back then, I didn't know anything about romantic relationship. I was still a teenager, still in secondary school, and I didn't have any idea what I was getting myself into. But back then in my class, almost every girl had a boyfriend. Almost everybody had a boyfriend, and I felt like it made me feel like, am I not a girl anymore? Am I not attractive? It made me feel ugly. So when I received an offer to be someone else's girlfriend, I jumped on it, not knowing I was getting myself into something that I know nothing about. I actually had to leave the relationship when I realized that, whoa, so this is what relationship is all about. No, I'm done. I'm done. And I didn't really have the courage to tell the person, no, I'm not interested in this relationship anymore. Let's break up. I actually had to send it as a text message, block the line, block the number, and that was it. It's funny. It's so funny when I remember what happened 5 years ago. But the decision to leave that relationship has really helped me a lot, and I'm glad I made that decision, even though it was childish. And I regret ever yielding to that peer pressure. I was the youngest in my class. I was the smallest in my class, but yet I wanted to feel among. I wanted to belong to happening girls. I wanted to have my own boyfriend and to flaunt my own boyfriend because, well, boyfriend is the new vogue. The third thing I wish I knew when I was 13 to 18 years, that was like 7 years ago, is that no matter what you do in this life, you can never ever please everybody. Back then, I was an expert at blaming myself for everything because I felt I wasn't good enough, because I felt ugly, I felt not worthy. I tried everything I could to please people. I tried everything I could to please people, even to my own detriment, to the extent of displeasing myself just to please others, because I want them to like me. I want them to accept me. There is no freaking way you can please everybody, even if you're Jesus. No matter the fact that he brought good news to the world, no matter the fact that he brought salvation, he brought restoration, salvation to the world, he wasn't even able to please everybody. Not everybody who heard his message accepted him. So who am I to try to please everybody and displease myself? Blaming myself for everything that happened in the world, everything that happened in the family, everything that happened in school, every single thing. And it really broke me, drove me into depression for a number of times, until I learned my lesson thanks to personal development. The fourth thing I wish someone told me when I was between the ages of 13 to 18 years is that it costs nothing to dream big. I actually had a dream of becoming one of the top actress in Nigeria. One of my childhood dream was also to become a very popular musician, because I love singing, a very popular singer. But then I looked at my current situation, my family background, and I thought, oh, that's not gonna happen. But I wish I knew that your current situation doesn't determine your future. That you're in this particular place, this particular level today, doesn't mean that you remain in that level forever. You always have the power, the choice to dream big and to go after it. There are thousands, there are hundreds of examples of people who went from grass to grace, people who went from scratch, people who came from nothing and became something. I wish I knew that, and I'm glad I know that right now. It's not too late. The fifth, and also one of the most important thing I wish I knew when I was between the ages of 13 to 18 years, is that you are your destiny helper. I am my destiny helper. I was once among these ladies that, thanks to Nollywood, that believe that all you need to do is just go to school, graduate with good results. If your parents can afford university, fine and good. You can also learn one skill or the other, then get married to a good man who can take care of you and live forever, happily forever. But I later realized, thanks to personal development, that there's more to life than just going to school, graduating, getting married, giving birth to kids, and dying. It's so boring. Whoever gave us, I don't know who invented that script, but it's total bullshit. I realized that no good, comfortable, rich man is coming to help me if I don't help myself. I am my destiny helper. And the earlier I realize that, the better for me. The earlier I start working on myself, investing in myself, doing the things I need to do in order to live the kind of life I wish to live. The earlier I start working on myself, the better for me. No one is coming to help me if I don't help myself. Even God himself can't just come down from heaven to tell me, do this, do that, do this, if I'm not willing to work on myself. If I'm not willing to go the extra mile. I wish I knew that when I was 13 to 18 years, because I won't say that I wasted that part of my life. I got a lot of experiences. I worked so many jobs, about 3 to 5 jobs back then, met people, learned some life lessons. But if I knew what I know now, 13 to 18 years, I bet my life, I wouldn't be at the same level I am right now. My life would have totally changed. But that's all for the stories. I am my destiny helper. You are your destiny helper. If you're a lady watching this video and you have this fantasy, this dream this fantasy dream of you going to school, graduating with good grades, getting married to the man of your dreams, giving birth to children, and living happily ever after. It doesn't work that way. It no longer works that way. I said this in one of my reels back then, that yes, you have this spec, this particular kind of good man, rich man, someone is going to treat you this way, treat you that way, take good care of you. You have this particular spec in your mind for the kind of man you want to marry. But the issue is, that man you want to marry, are you also his spec? You forget one thing, that man also has a spec in his mind, and 99% of the time you're not his spec. You're there specking and having fantasy dreams about this particular kind of man, but that man doesn't want the current version of you. If you want to attract good people in your life, you want to live the life of your dreams, you got to wake up from your dream, strive, work hard, develop yourself, invest in yourself, learn things, learn skills, create something. And that is how you go from being who you were to who you want to be. But sitting down at home, just going to school, coming back and doing absolutely nothing with your life, wishing for a man to come and carry your burdens, to take care of you, send you to the best school, do this, do that, because you think you're a princess or you think you deserve it. It doesn't work that way. This is reality. The summary of this is, if you want a better life, you got to do something better than just sitting, wishing and praying. You have to do something better. Faith without work is dead. So said the Bible. And again, the choices you make today, you think it doesn't matter, has a way of affecting you in the future. What you post, what you wear, the way you address people, your character, your attitude, all these things you think it doesn't matter, they will forget it in a month or two. It has a way of affecting you in the future, and you don't even know who is watching. You don't even know who is watching you. Okay? So I hope this video has been impactful. I hope you learned one or two from this video. And stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, because I'll be bringing more of this video to your timeline, to your YouTube timeline. See you in my next video. P.S. If you have any idea of a video you want me to make, you have this particular video idea that you want me to make, you really want me to make a video on that so that you can watch and enjoy with your friends and family, let me know in the comment section and I'll be glad to make that video for you. See you next time.